Hello and welcome to Spurs Kings TV. Apologies for my lighting. I have lost my light, so I'm really dark in a corner. But it has finished. Chelsea 2, Tottenham 0. Did anybody expect anything different? Let's be honest. I don't think we did, but it is what it is. And we're going to dissect and go through what happened today because that's what we have to do on this channel. But first of all, welcome to all of you that are joining us. And welcome to anyone who watches this after. But let me bring out our guests. First of all, I'm going to bring out my fellow host who's been picking up the fort for me while I've been on We Are Tottenham TV. But are you well apart from Spurs?
Yeah, well, I've been watching a bit of the Villa game as well whilst watching the Tottenham game. I don't know if you've seen it. It's 4-2 to Olympiacos. So at least there's been some positives tonight.
I'm taking it you're supporting Olympiacos anyway.
Yeah. Keep your heritage, isn't it? So, yeah. But apart from Tottenham, I'm actually doing quite well.
I think TJ wants to join us, so we'll see how he goes.
Oh, please add him on, please.
But next of all, one of my favourites in the Spurs community, Brad. Are you well?
Yeah, I'm well. It's Friday tomorrow. Friday tomorrow. I'm out Friday night, probably about Saturday night. I'm at the pub Sunday for the game, so and there's public holiday Monday, so lots to look forward to that aren't football related. Well, I suppose Liverpool away is football related, but yeah, no, I'm well. I'm well, thanks.
Last but not least, I don't know how I'm going to shut him up or I'm going to give him therapy tonight, but I can see by his face. I don't even want to bring him on, to be honest. I can see his face already. Look, there we go. A little smile out of him. But here he is, TJ.
You're right, boss.
Oh, go on, people, man. What the fuck is that, man? Big man thing, man. That was absolutely nonsense, bruv. Absolutely nonsense, bruv. Absolutely nonsense. I'm sorry, man. Listen, I don't mean to take over this channel, man, but bruv, what was that, bro?
Hold on.
What was that after that North London derby, bro? Come on, man.
Hold on. TJ, hold on. Let's get the show started before you start ranting and raving, right? But let's get down to it. Brad, I'm going to come to you first because I don't really want to know about these two, right? I want you first. Let me start with you first so there's some calm before the storm. So the starting lineups, I always start with starting lineups, right? And there was 3 changes. So he brought back Basuma, Sarr, and he dropped Maddison in for Kulu. Johnson came in on the left. Johnson came in on the right. Sorry, Kulu. Richarlison started, which he kind of didn't look fit, and then you had Sonny on the left, right? And obviously Royale dropped in at left back because that's what he's done all season. When you saw that lineup, did you just think, here we go? Or was you quite confident with it?
No, I didn't actually, because let's face it, the lineup is more or less what we've all been calling for the last few days. Everyone's been going on about, Maddison's not playing well, should be dropped. Everyone's gone about bring Richarlison back in. Everyone's been going on about Son should be playing on the left. Everyone said, why has Sarr been dropped? So I wasn't that surprised with the lineup. He was never going to play he was never going to play Dragosin and Romero with Van der Vaar on Van der Ven on the left, the left back. That was never going to happen. Everyone's sort of talking about it because to me that's cutting off your nose to spite your face. We've got a decent centre back partnership there. Why split them up? So I didn't see any problem with the lineup. It didn't really surprise me. Surprised to see and happy to see someone like Mikey Moore on the bench. That was good. And the team we had out there, plus who was on the bench, should have beaten that Chelsea team that we played tonight. But Chelsea, they'll play rubbish all season, and then when they play us, they're like 1970s Brazil. So that's just the way it goes. But no, I wasn't surprised with that lineup. No.
We're going to talk about the lineup, right? So don't get into the rest of the game because we'll break that down in a minute, right?
Yeah.
You obviously saw the lineup, right? Now I thought you'd be kind of happy apart from Sonny. Because No.
I've been banging on for the past 2 months now. We need to change to 5-3-2 or 3-5-2 because Son can't play on the left. He can't play in the middle. So in order to counteract this handicap, because he's the club captain, and we'll go into another conversation about that another time. But you need to play him up top with someone for him to be in this side. Yeah.
Yep.
Apart from that, we're having defensive issues, so we need an extra man at the back, right? So in order to alleviate these issues we're clearly having, you need to put more people at the back, right? And I'm sorry, you're going to hate we were saying this, but when we play bigger sides, we need to play Conte ball, yeah? Away to Chelsea, away to Newcastle, yeah? Home to Arsenal, who, by the way, are in the title race still, yeah? Because they have a manager that changes things up, yeah? change the bloody system. You can't play this 4-3-3 or 4-2-4 or whatever nonsense this is every single game. I'm sorry, you can't play this way every single game. Yeah, and away to Chelsea, away to Newcastle, it's like Ange doesn't bloody respect the opposition. I'm sorry, that's how it comes across to me. And then I finally seen wake up after like 8 months, start having to go at the players. Hold on, mate, you're having to go at them after the free kick. Yeah? You're the one who bloody endorses the zonal marking, right? Chalobah was left on the far post by himself. I'm sure if you were there, Marlon.
Stop. Look, we're going to get into the set pieces in a minute because
I'm fed up. I'm a TJ. I'm fed up with seeing the same crap every single game.
Facts.
Bro,
Carry on, bro.
TJ. No, because the reason why
I'm actually fed up. Like,
we're going to get into the set pieces because we need to get into the set pieces.
It's actually diabolical.
TJ, how was you feeling before you get into the game? Yeah, you saw that lineup, you saw the changes. Yeah, right. How were you feeling at first? Was that side good enough to beat Chelsea?
Brother, I could have been on the pitch. I needed to see a performance after that North London derby. I don't care if it was Toby Alderweireld, Vertonghen, Dele Alli, Lucas Moura. We can go back into olden time. I don't care who's on the pitch. We should have been performing. That lineup should perform. The lineup should perform. It should work. Let me just calm down in it because you know what, yeah? I was contemplating coming on in it, yeah? But then I have too much bottled in it. And if I go sleep, I'm going to wake up in the morning and I'm going to want to fight someone in it. So I have to actually talk about Spurs. Look, the lineup should have been good enough. Straightforward, it should have been good enough.
Because that's why I want to talk about the game. Because obviously, the lineup, we all looked at the lineup and let's be honest, this is a Chelsea side that are what, 9th or were 9th. Is it good enough? We're meant to be 5th.
The only person that I was kind of like tinkering with was Emerson Royal for me personally. Yeah. And for me,
I do agree.
For me, how I lined up for my preview, I threw Van der Ven on the left back, but it could have been anybody that played there, to be honest with you.
Problem is, TJ, you could play Van der Ven left back. He'll bloody invert him anyway. So what's the point? You might as well need to change the actual system. Look, if you're gonna, what I'm saying is because you've got a circumstance here where, and I predicted this before the game, the Madueke against Emerson was going to be a recipe for disaster, like Davies versus Saka. Yeah, and we saw Madueke rinsing Emerson in the first half, absolute cooking him. Yeah, in order to alleviate the circumstance of injury, you need to change the formation anyway because you need to alleviate to cover that side. Yeah.
Look, I don't usually give my opinion on the lineup, right? But it
was rubbish. It doesn't change the system ever.
I do want to give my opinion on this one, right? Because what ended up happening in the game, and I'm gonna come back to you, Brad, in a minute, is I would have personally played Van der Ven left back, right? And the reason why I would have played Van der Ven left back is because the quickest players for Chelsea are on the wing. Jackson is useless. Let him go through. Let him do what he's going to do, right? Dragusin is the only decent player we've got that can head the ball out, right? No matter how much he played against Fulham, Fulham didn't score a set piece. It was all because of what happened on the ground, right? So Madueke and Mudryk needed to be up against fast players, and I think Van der Ven would have just counteracted that out. But that's just me, right? Whether it would have worked or not is a totally different question, right? So I would have personally gone for Van der Ven at left back today and not played Emerson Royal because Emerson Royal can't be blamed. No. Let me finish. Emerson Royal cannot be blamed for anything tonight because he's playing out of position, right? No one else is.
100%.
Just Emerson Royal.
Yeah, but so Marlon, if you move Van der Ven there, then you lose the whole bloody recovery that we get from him.
No, because it weren't going to happen because it was Chelsea. This is what I'm saying. Because the power.
What do you mean? Van der Ven was our last man back every single time when they attacked us.
Look, so it doesn't even matter because
it does because Dragusin can't make that run. Romero can't make the run. We've already seen this.
Can I be honest with you? I disagree with you. I disagree with that point because this game, if you actually analyze the game, we didn't really play a high line.
Thank you.
I disagree. We didn't. I think we're still playing quite high.
No, we didn't. This game, we didn't play a high line. So for me, I thought we would have played a high line. Hence why, Hence why I was kind of concerned with that left back position. You know what I'm trying to say?
And they have the way as well.
The way the game panned out.
Last half.
Yeah, but the way the game panned out, we didn't play the high line, so it could have been Dragus at the back and Van der Ven at left back.
Yeah,
But Emerson was still inverting because I saw him in the midfield most of the time.
Yeah, but look, the problem was in the first half.
We still had 2 men back.
No. But Chelsea had most of the ball in the first half, right? And when you actually think about it, Porro stepped forward a couple of times, and Ryle hardly went forward. It was in the second half he went forward because Andrew was.
No, in the first half I saw him in midfield
he wasn't as much going forward because Chelsea had most of the ball. Literally, I was sitting there going, "Why Chelsea just not give us the ball and then let us counteract?" But they wasn't.
Mess each other up.
Yeah, but we didn't. They didn't do that. So, Brad, I want to come to you now, right? So obviously, we've been moaning about one thing all week. We were moaning before the Arsenal game. We were moaning, and everyone's been asking Ange questions. And apparently, to Ange, set pieces are not the issue.
Takes the fucking piss. Sorry, my language. Sorry. I know it's your turn, but
right.
As soon as that come out of his mouth, I said, "This is not the manager for me." But carry on. Sorry about that, man.
First of all, just go into what Haz says about the lineup. It ain't going to happen. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
No,
but isn't that the problem, Brad? Because he won't change it.
Let's go back to last season. We're having exactly the same conversation this time last season with Conte. Well, actually, Conte had gone by now, but go back a few months saying, "Oh, I don't like this three at the back." No.
I wasn't one of those people though. Because I understood the defenders we had.
Everyone was saying it.
Not me. So you can't include me there.
Maybe not you, Haz, but everyone's going, "Oh, we need those two at the back again. I don't like this three at the back. It's not working." And now everyone's going, "Oh."
But then Brad, we went to Newcastle. We went 4 at the back with that defence. We got back 6-2, or was it 6-1? 6-2?
Well, that was after Conte, wasn't it? That was 4
As far as
the set pieces are concerned, now, look, it is a worry. Of course, it's a worry. I've never liked the zonal marking, but we used to play it under Conte as well. But the reason I'm not worried at the moment about it is because this happened, and I know it's different leagues. But it's happened at every club he's been at. But particularly at Celtic, in his first season, they were the second most conceding goals from set pieces, and not scoring any. And in the second season he was there, that changed. So we've just got to give him this chance. It's no use us saying, "Oh, it's not going to work" after 34 games. We've got to give him a chance to get it right.
Brad, sorry, but before you two come in, can I just ask you a question on that? Why does if he knew that if that was the problem at all these clubs, why has he not put it in the bud before he's come here?
Because from what I understand, and it's only what I've read and what people have said in the media, etc. His first season is like this. His first season is very sort of let's get everyone into the system, how we play, the philosophy. I know it's a boring word. The philosophy of the football he wants to play. Okay, It's happened at all the clubs he's been at, and in the second season, then he starts fine tuning it. Now, this is what this is what I've been reading about him. So this is why I'm not panicking at the moment. I'm still.
Can I just counteract this for?
Look, of course,
hold on.
At my age, I've just had problems with my heart palpitations about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but that's all right now.
Just don't watch Tottenham then.
Through stress related, so I'm not going to stress myself out too much at the moment. Of course, I'm disappointed. I don't like losing to Chelsea. I don't like losing to Arsenal. I was swearing at them through my bloody breakfast cereal when I was watching Match of the Day on Monday morning. And I'd been at the game the day before. But I'm just saying that the way I look at it, if you look at the overall picture, yes, set pieces are a worry. Yes, we've got to improve our set pieces. Vicario's got to be stronger. It's not down to the tactics. It's got to be the players have got to do better. They've got to have the one person in front of the goal, which we actually were trying to do tonight. Would you believe it? We tried to do that, tried to bust them out. What the referee comes in and tells Vicario off. So what can you do?
But you still have what they did on corners tonight is what I've been asking for the whole time. Put someone else on the keeper and look what happens. No corner was actually that threatening tonight because you said Vicario needs to be stronger, but I've been arguing with everyone over this. If you're going to expose him, he's not the only goalkeeper this year that's been exposed like that on these corners. He is good. He's going to be weak. He's not good at this anyway, right? If anyone had done their research, this is what he weren't good at. So it's not his fault. He then needs to be stronger if you protect him. And tonight they were. Right, because he's had to change that straight away. However,
you're frozen.
Yeah, mine's frozen.
So I think he was saying, however,
he's back. Oh, okay.
Go for it.
Let's look at the 2 free kicks. We gave away 2 stupid free kicks. So
I was going to say though, the whole
and the second goal from hit the bar. I mean, I'm looking at it again, saying, why didn't we challenge part.
What were Højbjerg and Son doing?
Yeah, they were just looking at him. They were running back to the goal line, sort of saying, "Oh, he's going to have a header at goal." Where one of them should, Højbjerg probably because he's taller, should at least.
Can I be honest with you? I believe that was unlucky. I don't know what's happened to the stream in it, but
Marlon, not
Brad,
me,
Brad, what you were saying, I think that was unlucky. I think it's a bit harsh. Look, that Cole Palmer free kick, that was a worldie. Yeah, let's be honest with you, it deserved to be a goal, in my opinion. Yeah, so I'm not really annoyed too much about the free kick itself, and I'm not really annoyed that Højbjerg and Son couldn't clear the opportunity because it deserved to be a goal. My concerns are we're conceding the same goals week on, week out. If it's not a set piece, it's a overhead ball because of the high line. Today it didn't happen. Yes, cool. Today it didn't happen. But my problem is Ange is not fixing the problems that are reoccurring. We're scoring the same goal. The same goals are going in the back of the net. I was even saying on Tottenham away, 3 days ago for the Arsenal scream, I want to concede different goals. I want teams to score against us differently, because the problem that I'm having. Look, I might be viewed as being negative and viewed as being harsh, but for me,
hold on, TJ, before you carry on with that, if there's ever a chance that this fan base can be negative and everything, it will be straight after a defeat in the North London derby.
Without doubt.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Carry on, because I don't. What everyone wants to say about it, because we've just lost to Chelsea as well, right?
So we're going to lose on Sunday as well, so be prepared.
Right. So by the way, this is the first time. So this is the first time, right? Just to throw this out there, right? This is the first time we've lost to Chelsea, West Ham, and Arsenal, where we haven't beaten any of them in the same season since AVB and Sherwood. And you want to know something? We're 8 points worse off at the moment. So take that.
Than AVB? Than AVB?
Then AVB and Sherwood.
See, then there's something going wrong. Then there's something going wrong. As much as you want to be optimistic, see, this is I'm more of a facts-based guy. You know, when Ange comes out and says set pieces is not a big problem, and we're conceding so many set pieces, as you told me it was 16 2 days ago, now it's 18, right?
Does that count, by the way, or not?
So what happens?
I think so.
Look, what happens if at the end of next season, when we're in the same, we've only conceded 2 goals from set pieces. Then we look back and say, "Oh yeah, okay, we had a point there."
I just want to say something. Look,
all I'm trying to say is that he's got this way of coaching his teams, and the set piece thing is a problem that always happens at his teams. That's all I'm saying. But then chance for next season, when we are next season, I'm not even judging him at the moment. I'm not even going to have any opinion on him until the end of next season. See where we are. And hey, guys, if you're right, you're right. And I say, how well?
Let's make 2 points, please. Right. Number one, a lot of people's argument for us losing games is that apparently the players are not bought into the style. After the first 5-6 games, everyone was saying, "Oh, the players are taken to the style like duck to water." So which one is it?
Well, let's look at the game tonight, right? Let's look at the
No. I'm talking about what people were saying at the start of the season. These players know the system already, yeah? That's what we were praising Ange for at the start of the season. Well, everyone's argument for the poor results is they're playing this way, this same system every game to understand the system. So which one is it? Do they know the system or do they not know the system?
The simple fact is tonight our passing wasn't good enough. We were giving the ball away. We were not creating chances for the keeper, making the keeper save anything until the last injury time. We had about 4 shots in a row. That's what I'm saying. At the start of the season, the passing was working. We were passing teams out. We were making good shots on target. And so we were having all the possession and all the shots and that. It was happening. Now it's not happening. And whether it's a confidence thing or not, I don't know. I don't know. We're just in poor form. People just have to accept that we're in poor form.
Oh, Brad, can I ask you a question? Hold on. Can I ask you a question? Because as you've kind of bought into this process. Now, I'm still on the I might even, it might sound crazy in it, yeah, but I might even say we could do better with a better system in place, because like I said, my concerns are with the same goals are going in the back of the net, you know. What do you feel like next season has to offer? Because he states that we're going to title contend.
You're going to say it. I don't have to say it now. Okay.
He stated that we're going to title contend. The same way he stated that set pieces are not a problem. Let me be honest with you. Listen, I'm watching the game. I don't think I'm blind. But if he can't see that set pieces are not a problem, are not a problem, bro, he's blind as well. So I can't trust someone like that. Personally, I generally can't. If you can't do the basics correct.
This is a guy who's 56 years old, right? He's been in the game for such a long time. I don't really seriously believe he's not looking at thinking, oh, no, that's nothing, don't worry about it. He obviously knows there's a problem. He's not stupid. He knows there's a problem there, but the way he works is he fine-tunes in the second season. That's why I'm saying all this talk about, he doesn't know how to play the Premier League. We need to change the manager. He's rubbish. The first half of the season was a fluke. We just have to wait and see what happens next season. That's all I'm saying. Now it comes out. Now, look, don't get me wrong. We need to strengthen. We desperately need some better players in there to be better than what we've got. But that comes down to how they back him in the transfer window. But let's see how he goes next season with a better squad of players. I mean, we've added some decent. We can argue about the transfer window another time, but we've added some decent players into that squad in the two windows. With Vicario, Van der Ven, Maddison. No, you didn't say that. They were brilliant at the start of the season. Now they're off form. That's all I'm saying.
No, just not signing overnight. As good as everyone says. Right?
And now we got Dragosin in the other window, so we're adding to our squad. But tonight we just wasn't good enough. You watch that first half back. The amount of times that Johnson got free, he had a lot of the ball in that first half, but his delivery was rubbish.
But that's an Ange signing, though, Brad.
What I'm saying, and that's nothing to do with tactics. That's just to do with
that's Ange's signing, though.
He had a good game. He's had other good games, hasn't he?
No, Johnson's delivery's always been dreadful.
It's not like playing FIFA where the players do the things.
But Brad, I'm telling you, you said when he gets back, he's told us also every signing is his. So I'm assuming Solomon, all this. I have to assume this because that's what he told us. So he signs Werner, I'm out because me and TJ agree on this. For me, just accepts some mediocrity at that point. So if Johnson's his signing and you're telling me Johnson can't deliver a ball, then that's on Ange for accepting Johnson or picking Johnson.
My whole point is that we didn't play well tonight. Johnson has had a good deal of assists this season, so he obviously can deliver the ball. Tonight he had a poor game and couldn't deliver the ball. That's all I'm saying.
Haven't been playing for a long while.
Because he has a poor game, say, that's one of Ange's signing, that's rubbish. Because I
don't rate Johnson personally, so
that's fine. That's fine. You're entitled to that opinion, Hannes.
When was the last time we've played well?
Sorry?
That's my question. And when was the last time we've played well?
I can't remember.
He has played well. He played Villa. Villa.
Villa. They were
he wasn't even bad. Again, when he came against Arsenal, he was getting down that line a bit, and the team against Arsenal didn't play that brilliantly. So he's had good games this season.
Let me just bring JJ in. JJ, you there? You listening? So
I'm here. I'm just letting everybody have their bit first.
We're still on the set pieces, right? You go ahead because obviously I don't even need to ask a question. 2 set pieces tonight have cost us the game. Theoretically, if you count Palmer.
I think it's more than that. I do, because if you're basing us losing that game on 2 set pieces, then you're not looking at the bigger picture. Because going into that game, if you'd have turned around and you looked at the squads, okay, so you looked at what we had on as our starting 11 and what Chelsea had as their starting 11 and what they had on the bench and what we had on the bench, that the set pieces don't win or lose us that game. That game technically should have been winnable. We should have actually won that game. We should have won it comfortably. There shouldn't even have been an issue with it.
Okay. So
make the point here that if we actually 1-0 down at half time, we were poor in the first half. Everyone knows that. The second half, we had quite a lot of the game. We had a lot of possession. We actually improved in that second half. But the problem was we didn't create any chances, and that's the thing. We didn't create any chances, and you knew that Chelsea were going to go away and score a goal, and that's exactly what they did.
Wasteful possession, then, really.
Hold on.
It was wasteful possession.
Let me get this straight, right? So let me get this straight, because this was what peed me off in the North London derby as well, right? If you're conceding from set pieces, they're a big thing in Premier League football matches, right? Everyone always goes set pieces, right? It doesn't matter if you have 1, 2, or 3, right? but you have most of the ball. Because if you concede from them, you're not playing well because you're still conceding. So set pieces are very important to the whole system of how you defend a game in a whole, right? So if to sit there and say that this game wasn't just about set pieces, the 2 goals we've actually conceded tonight are from set pieces. If you don't concede them, right, you don't know if the momentum of the game swings in different directions. You don't know if the players feel a bit more, because actually, like TJ just said, it'd be nice to concede a goal that's different from what we've conceded in the last 18 games.
It's fair.
So you can't sit there and say set pieces are not a problem.
Also,
From the game tonight as well, because they were a problem against Arsenal.
I don't think anyone's saying that they're not the problem, Marlon. I just think they're saying they're part of the problem.
No, but JJ said, and you all agreed. You agreed and said, right, the game was more about more than just about set pieces tonight.
It was,
but it wasn't, because the 2 goals have come from set pieces.
Well, what about our set pieces that weren't that good either? So, you know, we've got to score from set pieces.
But then, if neither of us score from set pieces, 0-0 then, isn't
But
it?
can I justify this argument? Can I be like the person in the middle?
Yeah.
As a fact, this is a fact I'm gonna say in it, and this is coming out of the horse's ass. Gaia done a exclusive, and he spoke about.
But that's long. Yeah, but that doesn't matter to TJ.
It matters. Why it matters?
Because the problem here is not because we still score goals, right? Apart from the last couple of weeks, we still score goals defensively, right? We're okay, but you've made a point, right, that we're conceding the same goals, right? So if we're conceding the same goals and they are from set pieces, it's a massive issue that needs to be addressed.
Like, you look at Arsenal, who got a set piece coach.
But let's take us,
the reason they're in the title race is because of the set pieces, if you could argue.
Let's take last season, right? This goes to all of you, right? Did we not score the most set pieces last year because we had Perisic and we were putting balls in the box and we were scoring a lot of goals from that? That was bringing us back into games, right? So are set pieces an issue or are they not? Like Brad, you go first.
Well, we've lost the two people at the crux of that way. We've lost Perisic. We've lost the set piece coach. So we've lost players that can do that. So of course we got to improve our set piece. I'm not sort of denying that, but I'm just saying that overall the whole game. But
you could talk about the whole game, but the problem. This is my problem with everything. Everyone's talking about the whole game, but if you're losing games 2-0 and 3-2 against, and you're 3-0 down against Arsenal at half time, but you're conceding set pieces, there's no point going into the rest of the game saying you're playing well, because you're actually, like you said, we're on a bad run. The bad run is caused because we're conceding goals every time there's a set piece. But everyone wants
and Ange doesn't have no answers to it. This is my problem. Is Ange doesn't have no answers to it. And if you actually watch back the first free kick, in what mind would you put Johnson?
But why is there 2 people at the back post completely free?
They're in a line. Our players were in a line like this, literally.
Tell me about it.
Just on the other side.
Look. I want to bring Brad into this because I'm trying to understand. Look, what I'm trying to do, Brad, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from, right? Because right now, for me, the thing that's peeing me off the most, right? I'm happy with everything else, but I don't get when people's understanding is that set pieces are not a part of the Premier League. Like when you sit there and say that we're playing well, right, but you're conceding set pieces, that doesn't make sense to me, because you could win. Like Arsenal are not in second place because of just playing football. They're in second place because they've scored the most set pieces. Manchester City, most set pieces. All big sides, when you look at the table, majority of sides have scored the most set pieces. So why all of a sudden are we Spurs fans going, no, it's not set pieces, but we're playing well in other areas?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that. Look, set piece is obviously an important part of the game. I don't deny that. All I'm saying is, if you look at tonight's game, at half time, we looked a lot better, but we didn't create any chances. If we score, it's 1-1. Chelsea have had a reputation of collapsing when teams put pressure on them. Then suddenly the game goes a different way. But we didn't score. That's all I'm saying. We didn't score, and it goes up the other end, a silly foul, and they score. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that the set piece thing shouldn't become the problem.
It is a problem, though.
But it is a problem
because almost a third of our goals are from set pieces.
No, hold on, Brad. I'm trying to understand, Brad. Here, that's what I'm trying to get. Because I want to. What I don't get though is that you said if we go and score the second chance, hold on, if we don't concede from a set piece, it's 0-0.
Yeah, I know that. I know that's the old. If you don't
Different
concede, you don't lose. But what I'm saying is that we just have to improve our attacking, because at the start of the season we were winning games because our attacking was a lot better and we were scoring goals. We still concede silly goals. We've always conceded silly goals, So I'm just saying that if we can
I do
on the other team and score the goal and not, if you
my thing is.
If you go back to Pochettino's team at 2017, we used to basically box that team in. They couldn't get out. So it's our attacking players to box them in. And that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't have to...
But even if you improve the front three, right? Say we improve the front three, but the set pieces are still a problem. You're going to have 2-2s, 3-3s. Are you not?
Well, I'm saying, I just go back to my earlier point, but going back to the season at Celtic, where the second season it did improve. So my thing with that is that that's concerning for me, that you don't come to a new club and then it becomes the exact same problem at that new club. For me, you've been around the block. You kind of, as you go through coaching throughout the years. Look, I'm fully behind Ange, right? Don't let what I'm saying say that I'm not behind him, right? But my problem is there, right? And this is my problem with the whole thing. We don't know if he's going to get the players to fix this next year, right? So that, because he's working with Daniel Levy. That's my first part. Right, but my point is, if he does this at every club in his first season, right? Why are you not, when you're joining each club? Why are you not nipping this in the bud from the beginning? Because I don't think that's how he works. I think he works on the first season and the second season. The way he coaches is different. That's because, and he's done that for his whole career, and he's had success through his whole career by doing that. That's what I'm saying. So it's not going to change. And I keep saying, although we're set pieces is a problem, we're conceding too many goals. I know that. I'm watching it thinking, another set piece. We just have to see what happens next season and see this time next season. Let's see where we are. And then if we're still conceding goals from set pieces, we'll say, well, okay, it was a problem, and I'll hold up my hands and say I was wrong.
Two counterpoints.
That's what I'm saying. So.
No, Brad. I just want to see, because obviously you're obviously seeing this completely different, and I completely respect what you're saying. But because I don't get it, right, and I'm kind of like, I want to see where you're coming from. So
I'm saying, look, we need to be better at set pieces. I'm not saying that we don't need to be better. Of course we do, but I'm just saying there are other parts of the game that we need to improve as well, that will negate the problem of conceding too many goals from set pieces.
Okay. Go on, Has.
Okay, I just want a couple of points. So I agree with you in terms of we have to improve other parts of the game. I think that's pretty obvious because we're very wasteful in possession. That's why I see us nowadays. But I want to make a point about set pieces. Number one, I think set pieces is one of the simple things to fix, because that's something you can work on the training ground with and set up in the week going into the game. For example, if you kind of can predict the opponent's 11, you can decide who gets who in the corner or the free kick or whichever set piece. You can match them up. That's how we used to do it at school anyway. And it's very simple, man to man. We need to throw away the zone and markings. I think it's just.
No. So with I'm going to counteract that. It's got nothing, because if we went to man marking as well, we'd still have the same problem, because they still would leave the keeper exposed, and our players don't want to head the ball. So you're still going to have the same issue.
Mm.
But they're obviously not practicing though, are they?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter which it is. But it doesn't matter which.
But that's my biggest concern. Thank you. Has you hit the nail on the head? They're not practicing it.
The same thing.
They're not practicing it.
Marlon.
No, wait. Perfect with what you said. Can I just lead into my point?
Hold on, TJ. Hold on, TJ. I'll come to you in a second. If they're not practicing, it doesn't matter if they're doing zonal. It doesn't matter if they're doing man marking, because if they're not practicing, the same mistakes are going to happen.
Yeah, I know. I prefer man to man myself personally.
I agree.
Yeah.
But also,
do you want to? I'll let you land on that, mate.
I want to bring JJ in.
Yeah. You can bring JJ in after this, innit? Has you hit the nail on the head? Yeah. They're not practicing it. And why I brought Dyer's statements up, even though it doesn't matter, he said they didn't do no defensive drills, which makes it more proper right now, because you're seeing these guys struggle in set pieces, and it's coming out of the horse's mouth. He's gone to Dortmund and he said they didn't do no defensive drills. Come on, man, that's a red flag. I'm sorry. If for me personally, I get, look, bro, I get you. You're saying next season it's gonna fix. But if you're not fixing it now, how can I buy into your process? The
So
same way
also-
you saying to me, next year we're
TJ.
gonna win the title. If you're not
TJ.
doing the basics correctly,
We're
I
winning the
can't
title.
buy into it.
TJ, even I can answer this for you. Right? Look,
Postecoglou said at the start of the
Alright.
season he doesn't concentrate on defence. He said that before the season
But
started.
isn't that a problem though?
That's a
It
red
wasn't
flag.
it wasn't a problem for the first 10 games, was it?
It still was a problem actually.
No.
Because we almost lost to
So-
Liverpool
Because
at
in
home.
the first 10 games, our attacking part of the game was working.
Yeah, but we were kind of lucky as well though.
We even had clean sheets in that first 10
Yeah,
games.
but again, we were kind of lucky though, Brad. If you look at the Liverpool game, for example, I mean that could have, the offside with Diaz. I mean the game could have gone either way. I could bring up other games, but that's the first one we'll talk about. But also, I want to make another point because I think Marlon made a very good point earlier about how if he's coming to a new club and he knows this was a problem at an older club, why is he not addressing it from like the get-go? Now, I've managers like Arteta say evolve over time, like mature as a manager, and he's younger than Ange, bear in mind, yeah? So why is Ange not, maybe it's to his age, I don't know, because a lot of people have pointed to the fact
Don't be ageist has.
No, no, because he's say in his 50s and maybe he's stuck in his ways. I don't know because I don't know him. I've never met him, but I'm saying I've seen Arteta evolve as a manager, evolve tactically, evolve. He's done loads of different things. Like from the day I've seen him play at Arsenal, and I've seen Pep evolve. I've seen other managers evolve. But the way he made that where you said it, Brad, is if he's saying we're getting the same Ange we got in Japan, the same Ange we got in Scotland, and the same Ange now we're getting in England as before. So is this manager now coming to a Premier League who, by the way, is a much higher quality league than he's been in before? Is he going to evolve or not? Because where you're telling me is that he's not going to evolve as a manager.
We're getting the Ange that has won lots of stuff. Yes, it's a better quality league, but the better quality league's got better quality players. Why should it not work? That's what I'm saying.
I know. I'm saying
no. I can give you an answer to that. It possibly won't work because there's more competition in the better leagues.
So he has to evolve as a manager. He has to change.
So he's going to
agree with you on that.
He's going to come up against better managers and better systems and people like. Let's be honest, Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's a prime example of what can happen in this league. He saw what happened at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and went, "I know what I would do," and look what happened at St James's Park. He completely changed his whole system because he knew how Spurs were going to attack him. So he completely changed it because he saw everyone else was doing it too, right? Fulham did it. Wolves did it. Everyone has now seen. And because Ange has come out and said, I'm not changing. Everyone's like, let's be honest, Arsenal did it. And that's the bit that's becoming concerning is the in-game management to go, oh, actually, this is not working.
Changing the system every so often might not be a bad
But JJ, because you're the one who brought up the set pieces, but how you, because I want to bring up one last point before we go, right? And I just want to get all your
lads, I just realised I'm booked on Tottenham away, so I have to shoot. Sorry, man.
I'm on there as well. I'm
going in a minute. We're going in a minute.
Okay. Fair enough.
DJ, you going there as well? I've seen it a bit.
Yeah, man. I'm jumping on.
JJ. What's your opinion on all this? Because we haven't heard nothing from you, and obviously,
sorry, JJ.
Look, I mean, I get where people are coming from. Set pieces are a concern, and it is something that yes, I do think needs to be addressed. But to me, I've seen on Twitter people talking about Angel, and we need to get somebody else in. It's better under Conte. It was better under Mourinho. All this, that, and the other. But the problem is that no matter what we do or what we say here, if we go down this route of getting this guy out the door, nothing's going to change. It's almost as if, we need that. To me, when I've sort of looked around and looked at what people have been saying, and I get all of it, yeah. There's almost got to be a feeling that you've either got to, and this is one thing I took from so far what's been happening this season is the fact of we either need to accept that this is going to be the guy, he's going to do it the way he wants, and I understand the arguments of, I get what, Haz was saying about, Guardiola and people like that, but Arteta, obviously, when he came in his first season was just as bad, I think. and then obviously he evolved. Now we might see that, we don't know, but the key part for me, from what I see now, and forget this season, I'll be honest, the season's done for me, because I think if we're lucky, we'll get 3 to 6 points. I think we'll probably beat Burnley at home, because I think Company does the same thing as we do. You know, he sets the same philosophy regardless.
We're not.
You
No,
know,
he's adjusted. If you watch
not
Burnley recently,
well.
he's adjusted.
He's only recently, yeah. To be fair, and that's the whole point.
But
So
so he's adjusted recently, and if he's probably watched everyone else come to Tottenham
yeah,
Hotspur Stadium,
and that is fair comment, and I say I get all of that, but forgetting about this season, as I say, to me, the most important part has got to be what the summer holds. How serious is this club to Ange? Because when we look at, we can moan about the set pieces, we can moan about this, we can moan about that, but when we are still having players in this football club that have failed multiple managers, so we're talking about the likes of, you know, Ben Davies, Emerson Royale, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. You know, we saw tonight Kulusevski being given his favoured number 10 role and stink the place out. You know, Heung-min Son, and you know, and I agree with this, probably one of the worst captains that we've had, because all he seems to do is just moan at people.
Gets it.
You know, he just seems to moan a bit. Personally, I really think right now it should be, if I was to give it to captain, it'd be Van der Ven, because from what I've seen of him, he's, you know, it's all well and good shouting and moaning, but unless you're actually doing it on the pitch, it means nothing. And people can say, does he seem like a natural leader? Well, Ledley King didn't seem like a natural leader and was probably one of the best captains we had when he was fit. So I sort of look at it, and I just feel that what needs to be the key part now is the summer. I couldn't, as I said, we need to turn round and be ruthless and clear about the fact that some of these players, I'm sorry, get out of this club. You have proven under Postecoglou, under Conte, under Mourinho, we can even dabble with Stellini and Nuno, and under Pochettino, that you are not good enough, okay? We are meant to be a team with a big stadium. You know, we talk about all what we're meant to be. We now need this club to prove that. And if we go into next season and we still have the likes of Brian Hill on the bench, and we still have the likes of Giovanni Lo Celso on the bench, right, and Emerson Royale still at this football club, and then Dombele has come back, that doesn't, you could have anybody dealing with set pieces, but when you are still having to deal with those type of players, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter who you are. As we have been proven, when we have had proven winners, eventually you're going to have the rants like we saw from Conte against Southampton, and probably the ranting that we saw tonight from Postecoglou.
Okay, so hold on before you carry on. So there was two things I just quickly wanted to bring up, but I wanted to ask you one last question on the back of it. So since that Chelsea game, right? Are you aware that Chelsea have won more games since than Poch has won more games since than what Ange has?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, we're
that's
10.
another telling story.
If you do it based on the league from that game afterwards, we're 10.
Yeah.
We are shit. We are shit.
To Haz and TJ, yeah, just to throw this, because I know the both of you leave you out, right? And I would say one piece of advice for you, right? Both of you, especially because I'm a leave you out too. Stick with this manager, right? Stick with him, because all you're doing is exactly what Levy
Can't they
does.
just all go?
Give up.
And
You've given up on the first sign of trouble, yeah. And this is something.
The problem is he's not showing me why I should back him.
No, but and then
saying things.
TJ, sorry, 1 second.
TJ,
I totally agree with you. At the moment, we are seeing things that do question that, but there are two things. I agree with what Brad said. Next season will be key. But the other problem is that if people feed on the narrative of getting the manager out, we will then do what we've done year after year after year. We feed the narrative that it's the manager's problem. The manager's not good enough. The manager should be getting more. Right? We have gone from progressive managers to winning managers, right? We've had World Cup winning managers, Champions League winning managers, Premier League winning managers. None of them have been able to get a consistent tune out of this football club. But one thing has always stayed. And that is where, if you drive the manager out, it doesn't matter. It'll be no different to like Mike Ashley when he was at Newcastle. Oh, okay, you're not, but I guarantee you, if Postecoglou goes, you might as well get Steve Bruce in, because all we're going to do is have mediocrity, a nice stadium, and people have a fun day out. Nothing will change if we drive this manager out. I promise you that.
Okay, so one last thing before we all go, I just wanted to ask you this question. But can I say, I don't want to mess up his name, but this guy, you've said about 3 statements tonight. All right, this guy, Andreas Ustavin, that I've completely agreed with. Completely.
Actually, Marlon, I saw the comment about not conceding.
Yeah,
but we had a coach under Mourinho that tried to do that. And everyone were moaning about it. So, this is really boring. Really boring.
I wasn't boring. I was actually bought into Mourinho and
no. I think what he meant was, right, because at the end of the day, because we're talking about set pieces at the time, if you don't concede from the set piece and you're defending well, right, let's take Arsenal right now, right? If they're not defending very well, the likelihood is that, because our attack is so good under Postecoglou, let's be honest, it was good until recently, like literally recently, they were scoring enough goals. If you don't concede, your players eventually up top will get the chances. I know they're not being good enough.
Yeah,
I completely agree.
Do you guys think that Man City's defending is good? Because I think they look quite vulnerable defensively.
The difference with Man City and Tottenham, the difference is with Man City and Tottenham, they've got a good midfield.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's
Man City, because Man City don't do what we do. So if Ake
they invert differently as well,
and Gradeville, they don't. Yeah. If one goes up, there's always 3
one stays.
We drop. We always have 2. The same happens at Arsenal. Ben White stays.
He slots into
That's why they have
only
so much trouble.
Ange leaves 2 at the back.
Ange goes gung ho, innit? He's chucks everyone forward.
But before I get to this super chat, right, and I just think about it, because I'm going to. My question was, did Levy go too early when he goes, we've got our Tottenham back, right? And that's a question for all of you, right? Right? And I just want to read this super chat. I can't believe these professional players, no uniqueness, no feints, no drop of the shoulder, passing is below par, crossing is non-existent, decision-making has gone AWOL. It's like they only know how to run in straight lines, right? So YG Jassel, thank you for the super chat. As always, thank you for supporting
I think this is more of a point about football in general, because I just don't think you have the Ronaldinos anymore. It's just coached out of them.
That looks like a quote as well.
Yeah.
No uniqueness, no feints, no like that.
So TJ, I'm going to start with you on that because you need to go, and then you can.
I need to go as well. So
I'll come to you next, and then I'll leave it to the best 2. Yeah. So TJ, did he go too early?
Brother, yeah, he did, man. He should have gone. He went too early, long time ago. Long time ago.
Is this our Tottenham?
Is this our Tottenham
back, and this is our Tottenham?
Who knows, man? Who knows, man? Right now we're shambolic. I just want the season to end. Look, I want Levy gone. I think if we had a better setup, we would be way better. Let's be honest with you. I'll say it like this. The setup's good. I think they need a different voice, a different way of thinking, because 23 years of the same voice can sometimes get repetitive.
He's got a massive ego, though, Marlon.
Yeah, I know. So, on you, have we got our Tottenham back? Did he go too early?
Well, he kind of is right because we're doing shit, so we got our Tottenham back in that way.
we lost at Stamford Bridge, so yeah, we got our Tottenham back.
Yeah. But the way he actually said it, no. But to him, I mean, the problem is, right, Marlon, and I go back to kind of what Danny says a lot, and I think he's completely right because, and I've been agreeing with this since Andrew really walked in and we started playing attacking football. All fans asked for on streams at the end of the last season was I'm fed up of watching defensive football. They didn't bind it. They were blah, 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 blah. So all you guys said was, I just want to see attacking football. That's all you said. I wasn't in that camp, okay? I was probably one of the few. Like with TJ, we want to see us win trophies, right? I don't care.
I was as well.
My standard.
I don't care what
my
kind of
standard
football.
Is trophies.
I don't care what kind of football, as long as it's effective. That's the word I use. But
because
you guys most people just ask for attacking football, so you got a manager just plays attacking football.
You want that happy medium. So Brad, I'll come to you. You two can go now if you want. You can go.
All right,
Okay.
okay.
Love you lot. Thank you for having me on again. You know what? You kind of calm my mood because I came in here all guns blazing, and now look at me.
Of course.
Hey, has a
TJ, you
TJ.
always need me, man.
This is an old guy telling this. You just got to chill, man. Just got to chill, man.
But both, no,
He suffered longer than we have.
Stick with him.
Yeah.
Please just stick with him for now, right?
I
Just
hope
give
so,
him
man.
another season, right? I know it's,
If I see another
there's
set
bit-
piece goal, I don't even know. What to
but
say.
give him just another season. Because like I said, we all remember what happened after the year when AVB and Sherwood done their thing.
I know Poch.
We went. We were. It was Poch, and then we went and had a great
Poch's
summer.
first season was better than this.
No, he finished 5th.
If it was better than this.
Yeah, but don't forget, Poch was on the verge of being sacked if it wasn't for that Harry Kane deflected free kick.
But he also did take us to a cup final, though, Poch.
He did take us to a cup
Which we
final
lost
that
to
year as
Chelsea.
well.
Yeah, I know.
Irony.
yeah. I know. I just
Alright.
believed more in Poch's
Peace out, guys,
system, I
man.
think. All right.
Like
Yeah,
and
man.
subscribe. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah, subscribe to Spurs Kings TV. Yeah.
Peace.
Peace
So
out.
Brad, yeah, on you. Yeah, I'm leaving you. I'm going to leave JJ with the last words.
All right. Did Levy to go too early? I think we all did, to be honest.
Yeah, we of course. We
We're football fans at the end of the day, and you know, and we're going to, and whatever you say about Ange's tactics, I think he understands how the fans are, and he said, well, let them dream. We were talking about title challenges and that. Let them dream. Let them celebrate every win. Dancing with the music, which they played at the game tonight. I don't know if you noticed that after the end of the roll, which really annoyed me. But Levy is a person that, as I think JJ said, is ego. He's got a big ego, and he knew that. Hey, we've seen the first 10 games. What's going to make him look good? Hey guys, we got our Tottenham back. I'm one of you. We got our Tottenham back. So that's just Mr. Ego speaking. But yeah, look, I think we all got carried away. But that's what we do. We're football fans. We're allowed to get carried away. Life's too crap to not enjoy some moments. So what else was I going to say? The only thing I wanted to make is that everyone last season was going on about we need a project manager. We need a project manager. Now a lot of people are saying, no, with 35 games in, no, it's not working. It's not working. Well, project manager is by its very nature takes 2, 3, 4 seasons. Oh, one other point. Keith Birkinshaw, I think, got us relegated in his very first season. And he went on to be the Spurs' second most successful manager after Bill Nicholson. So,
So what you trying to say? I just got to get us relegated first.
Well, he's done better. Done better than Birkinshaw.
Oh my God! Could you imagine how many views would get?
Oh my God! No, I used to do a lot of streams. I don't do many now because it's like it gets too different. This one's been a good one, I have to say. It's been quite fun, but you just see some of the streams.
Thanks, Brad. You just say thanks, Marlon. That's what I do. I bring some love.
Yeah, no, Marlon is brilliant. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. But I watched some of the shows and I watched it for about 5 minutes, and it just moan, doom.
But no, but it's like really, really strange because I knew that those two would come on a moan, right? And for me, I'm moaning, but I'm looking at it from a tactical point of view, right? And I'm not Ange out. I'm far from it, right? But I want him to learn and adapt and evolve, right? My thing is, I know you're saying about second season, but there's no guarantees that like what you're saying is going to happen.
No, but exactly, I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, we won't know until the end, towards the end of next season.
Exactly, and I'm willing to wait for that. But I'm going to moan about it now. So I'm going to. He just needs to fix that.
Fair enough.
He just needs to fix it now. He needs to. I need to see some sort of change. And I like this. Like I always moaned about his subs, and I think it was Forest. I can't remember what game it was. I was so proud of him because he'd done the subs.
He did well, didn't he? Yeah.
And that was what I'd been waiting for all season. So that's why I'm like, okay, there's certain things I can see, but the set pieces, I've not seen no change.
Well, we made the comment tonight. Well, not me personally.
Coolness, yeah, true. Coolness,
the comment tonight was made that we didn't play such a high line. So that's a change.
So personally, I think that was down to the fact because like you guys said, we couldn't keep the ball. So it meant that Chelsea had the ball, and actually, when we haven't got the ball, we're going to have to defend. We are going to defend as a 4. So I think Chelsea played a lot into that, and I think in the second half, like you said, when we started to get the ball a little bit more, we did try. Like it was Emerson Royale was literally having a chance, even though it was offside.
Yeah.
So I think it was more down to the way we played in the first half to the why it weren't so high.
Yeah. But we had 4 shots in injury time.
When you're sticking on Brian Hill, though, you kind of know it's.
Well, no, I totally agree with what JJ was saying earlier. I think players like Brian Hill, I think he's probably a talented player, but not for the Premier League. He's been at the club for such a long time. He's obviously not going to get a chance. Same with Lo Celso. I mean, Lo Celso's a good player, but he's not going to get that chance. If you're not going to give these players a chance, then sell them, get some money for them. And if Ndombele, I mean, they're probably just waiting for his contract to end. I mean, that's just, you know, and
is he
again,
going to get his second league title as well? So
I don't know properly. And again, this is my big sticking point with Daniel Levy. It's that money thing again. He won't sell these players because he thinks he can get more money than they're worth. And that's always been my problem with Daniel Levy.
It's going to be an interesting summer.
It is because. I mean, I just want to remember, we all know the Tony Grealish story, that he'd already signed for Tottenham and was having drinks of champagne with his dad and Pochettino, and then suddenly Levy tried to change the deal and get less money, and overnight Villa got in new owners and said, no, we don't want to sell him now. You know, so
because he changed
because
terms, didn't he, at the last minute.
That's always been my problem with Daniel Levy and ENIC.
JJ? I think you've said most of what you said. You're looking forward to next season. It's not about...
Yeah, I mean, I think I get, and to be fair, I get Haz's view and I get TJ's view and things like that. But to me, I sort of look at it and think sometimes I almost wish that those first 10 games didn't happen, because the reason I say that is because when you look at, if you look at where we were at that point, we thought we were amazing. We thought, my God, this is the Messiah. He's come in. Look what he's done, this, that, and the other. And you were right in what you were saying. Since the Chelsea game, you know, it's almost... Because I'll be honest, when the season started and we went to Brentford, I thought, if we just stay up, I'll be happy. You know,
yeah.
You know, that was where my head was at. I thought, if we can just stay up, I don't care. Because... we'd lost Harry Kane and we hadn't replaced him, and we've been left with, and as people have said that Ange has spent money, but on the other side, he's only spent money because we've sold our best player, right? Yeah, and that is something this club has done time and time again. And when I look at this season as a whole, you know, I do think, you know, we are getting a little bit carried away with it. Yes, I have frustrations, but, you know, and set piece, things like that. But ultimately, when you're looking, you know, that starting lineup and you've got the likes of Emerson Royal in there, you know, you can tell that it's just, and the only criticism I do have of Ange, if I was to pick one, is, you know, forget the set piece. That is annoying, but I can deal with that. What annoys me more is he's fallen into the trap of what other managers have done and not brought on youth players. You know, I wouldn't have a problem if we'd have seen Mickey Moore for 5 minutes, or if we'd have, you know, if he'd had Jamie Donnelly, you know, on the bench, or if he'd have actually brought, you know, Will Lancashire in and what have you, or if he brought, you know, Santiago in, players like that. You know, we saw Chelsea do that from the bench, and they actually used them. You know, and to me,
just use the youth team left back.
Well, yeah,
you might as well just go for it.
Yeah, well, to be fair, what made me, if you look at the comparison, right? Chelsea brought on Gilchrist, 17 years old, to play against Tottenham, right? That is his recognised position. We brought on Emerson Royal and we played him out of his position, right? That is the bit I can't accept. That's the bit that really does frustrate me. Yes, I get some of these players aren't good enough, but maybe if you actually showcase them at the biggest stage, people will turn around and go, oh, well, that's Santiago. Okay, he might be leaving. We could get 5-10 million quid.
So I'll give you a scenario, right? And this is why I say they should have just, if they play the youth team left back, actually, as fans, we'll give that youth team left back a chance. Because let's be honest, we all like to see someone else coming from the youth.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not always the best player in the youth team that comes into the first team and shines. So
yeah.
maybe no one's talking about.
Do you know what I would say, right? If you let's put it this way, I'll give you another example of this. If we'd have gone into that game, right, and we dropped Basuma and we dropped Højbjerg and we put Jamie Donnelly in start and we lose 2-0, people will be annoyed, okay? People will not be happy about the set piece and that. But what they will turn around is they say, we get, you know, these players aren't good enough, so we're going to actually try something. And that is the part that will get the fan base on board, especially now. Fourth is out the window. I think we'll be lucky if we finish even in Europe the way we're playing at the moment. So you almost just think, you've got a free hit.
It's Man United behind us, don't worry.
I think European football is more or less guaranteed.
Less guaranteed, yeah.
Well,
I think
as I say, if it's not,
Newcastle,
I'll
Man
hold you
United
to
have
that.
win all their games.
But,
So-
but the thing is, to me, that, you know, regardless of that, I almost feel like if you'd have just had 2 or 3 or 4 players, I mean, the club put the tweets out about Mickey Moore and he didn't even come on. And yet we brought on a guy who we desperately tried to flog to Brighton.
Don't say about tweets, because this is the same club that put out a video of Timo Werner finishing chances in training.
Do you remember the one where they put on the Emerson Royale doing crosses?
So, but
You know,
guys,
that is the part to me I would like to see. If you ask me one thing I want to see for the rest of the season, it's more younger players being given a chance, because it then can turn around and tell these players, you're not good enough, get out of the club.
Guys, thank you for coming on and giving it some reasonable, unlike their 2 donuts before, and I'm calling that.
To be fair, though, I get where they're coming from, but sadly, it's not realistic, because, as I said on a stream I did before, if you are supporting this football club to win trophy after trophy after trophy, either the owners need to change or you need to change your football club, because it ain't going to happen under this unless there's drastic changes. It's just not. This is how we are. We've been like this for 24 years. It ain't going to happen anytime soon.
Nah, no problem. Quick couple of things before we go. So you can find Brad Matthews on X still. Yeah, he's still on X.
Oh yeah, I'm on X as at B Sofa Songs. That's one word. And on YouTube at Blue Sofa Songs. And if anyone doesn't know by now, I'm a songwriter. Well, trying to be a songwriter. There's currently a song out at the moment which has got over 100 views called "Tax the Super Rich." So I don't really have to explain what that song's about, but I think it's quite good. There's some really good songs on there. There's some other songs that maybe aren't so good, but check out. It'd be really, really appreciated. Thank you.
And hopefully I can get you back on before the season finishes as well.
Yeah, look, as I say, I normally would go to the pub and watch the game, but I'm out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm at work. I'm working from home today, but I'm actually in the office tomorrow, and I've got 2 meetings. So I thought I'd better stay in tonight and drink my water.
After watching that game, Brad, we all know it's vodka. You're not fooling anybody.
JJ, yeah, just let people know where they can find you on X. And
to be honest, yeah, you know, if you like what I've said and agree with it, you know, you can follow us on Twitter. I'm one of these people that, you know, I won't, you know, shout and scream or diffuse or disagree with people and say that's not right. I don't, you know, I'll always be open about it. I'll always have a debate and things like that. I'm happy to do that. And then when I, you know, do shows like this with you guys, you know, it's a case of I'll listen to both sides, and ultimately, because we can all moan and whine about it, but we all want the same thing. It doesn't matter whether we agree or not. We all want the same thing, which is to Tottenham to win trophies. That is all we want. So, yeah, as I say, thank you for having us on. And I'm sure I'll be on again, probably, you know, repeating the same thing, probably either on Sunday or another game that I've watched us collapse again.
No problem. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's in the chat as well. There are a lot of other streams that you could be watching right now, and thank you for actually supporting us tonight and listening to us go through it and dissect it, and anyone who watches this back. Big thank you to Meta Football TV, big channel favorite. We love him. Talking Ball as well. But I just wanted to also highlight Andreas. I can't say his name. Used to be. I have agreed with most of your points tonight, I have to say. And this is the first time I've seen you in the chat, so please.
So sorry, Marlon, can I just I don't usually like interrupting people. So do you think then Brad's on tequila instead?
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's been good. But also, thank you to you, who's always in the chat as well. He's always been a big follow-up, Meta Football TV. And also to YG Drassel. Oh my God, you're so generous with these super chats, and I'm going to just put it back on stream as well.
Do we get a share of that? You know, is that shared between the 5 of us or 3 of us? Well,
you never know. But no, thank you for supporting the channel, and everyone else has been a Cotton Geezer, Callum Roach as well, and I know a lot of people. JJ, who's always in it as well. But big thank you to all. As always, I always leave on this: in Big Ange we trust, and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Roll on Sunday.